Right, the search operation in the Jukskei River tragedy in Johannesburg resumed this morning. This after people drowned while performing a church ritual in the river on Friday night. The three are part of the congregants that were swept away during a baptism ceremony at the weekend. Joburg Emergency Services say that relatives of 13 of the 14 deceased have identified the bodies of their loved ones. 12 bodies were recovered on Sunday and 2 more on Saturday. 3 more church congregants are still unaccounted for. All right, let's get the latest then. We are now joined via Zoom by Joburg EMS spokesperson Robert Mulaudzi. Sir, always great to have you with us. A very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Aussie, and afternoon to the viewers.
Yeah. Mr. Mulaudzi, let's talk about the search and recovery mission, which of course has had to have a few stops and starts due to inclement weather. We saw yesterday, huge downpours of rain, and I would imagine that it hinders not only the search mission, but in terms of recovering, I'd imagine if there are bodies there, they kind of move downstream. Let's talk about the difficulties and the challenges, that you have been encountering in wanting to search for those, I believe, 3 missing bodies. Is there an update at this point regarding those 3 bodies?
No, so far we have not yet recovered out of the 3 missing persons we're still looking for now. This morning we resumed our search around 8 and 12th Avenue, around certain area, moving along Jukskei River stream. So we have already covered that ground of between 8 and 12th Avenue. Right now, our rescuers will be moving towards the N1. So far, we had challenges yesterday when we had a storm. So even today, we are worried that around 4, we are told that in the afternoon we might have another storm. Since we are told that this week we will have a severe thunderstorm almost throughout the whole week. So that's what we're worried about. But we're happy that at least we have covered a lot of ground, even though we didn't manage to recover bodies throughout the stretch which we have covered. But we're hoping that if the weather permits us, we should be able to continue throughout the day.
Yeah. Mr. Mulaudzi, you warned religious groups and, yesterday I heard you warning some of those religious groups to protect their members when they are performing baptism rituals. I want to talk to that, and I also want to maybe talk to this specific incident. Do we know anything about, the church leaders in this particular incident? Are they part of the people that sadly passed away? And if not, have been questioned about, what happened? I mean, if you're having waters that are, shaky and you're having a big group of people in the water at the same time for baptism, that sounds like neglect.
Yeah, we can confirm that the leader or the pastor who was conducting the ritual, he was saved by the members of the congregants who were a part of that ritual. So he was saved unharmed. And then on Saturday, when we were recovering the other bodies and rescuing the lady who we rescued, who is in hospital now, he was part of it. And also on Sunday, he was part of our operations, because we were now and then call him to interact with him to see whether some of the people have showed up, since there was a commotion on the day when those 33, that group of 33 people were busy conducting that ritual. So maybe there's somebody who showed up while we were looking, thinking maybe that person passed on this side. So Sunday afternoon, after we've discovered those 12 bodies, from that time, we lost contact with him. Up until today, we have never heard from him. So right now, we continue on our own without any of his interaction or his assistance.
Yeah. And at what point do you then decide to abandon the search and recovery mission altogether, or would you just continue indefinitely?
Yeah, for now, we are just waiting for those 3 family members maybe to contact us again to say if because they said that they will go back to the pastor to check if whether those three members have resurfaced maybe towards the pastor's side, or maybe they are able to identify them in the mortuary. Then they will be able to inform us. But as long as those families are still insisting that they still have their loved ones, it means that we'll have to continue conducting our search so that we can be able to assist them to find closure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us, Mr. Mulaudzi. That's EMS spokesperson, Mr. Robert Mulaudzi, giving us an update, of course, on the search and recovery after church members drowned in the Jukskei River while performing a baptism ritual there. And certainly that is the latest update. At this point, 3 members of the church are still missing at this point, and certainly the crew are searching and recovering, or trying indeed to recover those 3 bodies that do remain.